When you own your own home, it's nice to know that you can come home and it's yours, and it's nice to know that you're helping another family learn that feeling too.
As a Habitat volunteer, I don't think anyone can ever forget the family or the first wall that you raised on a Habitat site.
I had all my family there. When we lifted the walls, my kids were there and they helped, and it was just the best feeling knowing that these were my first walls at my new home.
It's pretty big accomplishments for people who didn't think, they had it in them.
I see people who really have this belief that they can make such a difference. They keep working at it, their belief carries them through, and they help other people see this belief. And other people come on board and give so much and work so hard. And they're really making an impact on Long Island.
The original planners of the seeds were all members of my church, Mount Sinai Congregational United Church of Christ. And we invited Rob DeRocca of New York City Habitat to come and speak at that occasion. And when he was there, one of the members of our committee got up and gave him $1 and said, "This is the first dollar for the next Habitat."
They realized that in the suburbs, even 20 years ago, home ownership was absolutely impossible for lower income people. They had this vision, and I remember them coming to me. At that time, I was a deputy county executive in charge of housing. I remember thinking, geez, these are a lot of well-meaning people, but housing's a tough business. I hope they get something done. Well, they have.
The first house that we built, people who said they would help, like the bricklayer, didn't show up, so we were left with doing the foundation ourselves. I can remember mixing the cement with Ken Batchelor, putting the cement block foundation in. It just took us a long time.
It took 5 years to build the first house, and now we're building 14, 15 houses a year. So the evolution has been pretty amazing.
I never had a home for my children to actually call home, and we were always moving from place to place, and to know that my children will be able to keep waking up in this home, and when they get older, come home here to college, it means a lot. It means a lot to us.
There are just so many families out there, and I don't think people in Suffolk County realize that. It's sometimes heart-wrenching when you know that there's more families out there that need help than you can provide them a home for.
I applied for Habitat in January. They did a home visit in March, and the end of March they told me I was selected. And I started my sweat equity on April 14th.
The individuals contribute in sweat equity working on the homes, that they get an interest-free mortgage. Their down payment is in essence the work that they put in helping to build their own home.
Wow, sweat equity is great.
That's when you give your sweat to Habitat.
Physical labor.
I enjoyed it a lot. Because I was building that house to be mine, so I really looked forward to doing it.
It was tiring. It went fast. One minute you looked up, it was nothing. In 3 hours, we had our walls up.
Raking, shoveling, nailing, lifting, rain, sleet, snow.
I could actually tell my kids when they get older, I built this for you. I gave my time up to build this for us.
It's hard work, but it was well worth it.
3. Excellent. Get up.
I think it's great. I think everybody deserves an opportunity to have a home. It gives you a good feeling that you're able to take and help somebody like that who may not have been as lucky as we all have.
Day 14, we're putting vinyl signing up, so it's coming along and it's coming along great. These ladies are doing an awesome job.
Those months down the road, this is going to be a finished home. The homeowner and her son are going to be in here. It's an amazing, it just brings tears to your eyes. It's an amazing emotional experience.
Not handy. I don't do any work in my own home, so the fact that I can swing a hammer and help put up a wall is pretty exciting.
At the end of the day, you might have a few sore muscles, but everybody says today in our society, everybody's out for themselves. When you come to a Habitat site, you don't see that. You see people are really giving. And I think it's just important to get that feeling back that people do care about one another.
To work alongside the volunteers, the staff, and get to know the families. So that it will not just be about that wall that you help raise or that room that you help paint, but you'll truly understand that it's about changing the lives of a family and their children, and get to know that family and be a part of that family's life. And by being a part of Habitat, you have that opportunity.
I just want to thank you all and just let you know that I love you all for all the time and love that you're putting into my home. Every nail, every board, every beam, every time I look at it, I'm going to think of you guys.
Perfect, okay.
I just want to thank you all for coming out, and I'm going to start getting teary-eyed, but giving us this opportunity for this house. It's a blessing, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
It's our blessing to help you.
Thank you.
You got a family, they have this opportunity. Where are they going to take this opportunity? And then you build this house and the blood, sweat, and tears that go into it. And from the homeowner standpoint, there is a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. But to know that when you turn over that key, and I don't think even the homeowners completely understand how it's going to transform their lives, their children's lives. It's nice to see 10 years later, after I built that first house, where that family is today. You know, she's a college graduate, her kids are in college, and it's pretty amazing.
But it was a wonderful experience to hand over the keys to someone you knew really earned her home because she worked hard on that house.
It was just astounding because the relief and pleasure that the family derives from getting that home is just incredible.
It's better than birthdays and better than Christmas. It's just something that you know that you've made their life not only that day, but their life, and their children's lives, and their children's children's lives. It is so huge that you can't comprehend it, so you kind of get goosebumps.
There is no words when you get that key. The thank you isn't enough.
I started crying and just holding the keys to my own home was the best feeling I ever had.
This is the dream come true. You never imagination.
You're paying your mortgage instead of giving your money to the next person, giving it to something that is yours. You got your own now. So it was good. It was a good feeling.
There's a marvelous story of a man who once stood before God, his heart breaking from the pain and injustice in the world. Dear God, he cried out, look at all the suffering and anguish and distress in the world. Why don't you send help? God responded, I did send help. I sent you.
Habitat for Humanity is the best thing that I found in my life.
Habitat for Humanity is about neighbors helping neighbors.
A life-changing experience.
It provides hope for the future.
A savior to a lot of lower income Long Islanders.
Habitat for Humanity is changing lives.